It's hauntingly quiet. Feel like I'm in church.
Yeah. Brethren.
Right.
It is 9 o'clock. Good morning. The meeting of the Berry County Board of Commissioners for July 8th, 2025 is now called to order. Will Commissioner, staff, and guests please stand for our invocation and our Pledge of Allegiance. This morning we ask for a moment of silence for those who lost their lives in the flooding in Texas. As a community that is built or founded on the river of the Thornapple, I can only imagine what 25 feet of water would look like in over an hour period with all the lives that were lost there. So please bow your heads for a moment of silence. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. For purposes of attendance, Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Bassett?
Here.
Calton?
Present.
Campbell?
Here.
Getty?
Here.
Hatfield?
Here.
Smelker?
Here.
Tunison?
Here.
Jackson?
Here. Thank you. Reports from state and county officials. Are there any state or county officials with us this morning that would like to give an update to the board?
Morning, Commissioners. Sorry. Bunch of volunteers waiting on you.
Aha.
Nancy's team show.
Ah, yes.
Thanks, Dad.
Dan Patton Parks. I apologize. I'm running a little frantic today, but we have a show starting in 2 days, so it's a little busy. But real quickly, I wanted to bring to your attention an opportunity we've been awarded, the Leo Grant, Labor and Economic Opportunity. We applied for this. Oh, gosh, I don't even know now. Do you remember?
Long time ago?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Over 6 months.
Yeah, over 6 months, definitely. And it was a program that was developed specifically for museum institutions. So we saw the opportunity, took advantage of it, and obviously you can see the results of that. Part of the reason I bring it to your attention today is we've got some other funding we need to do. We're well over halfway there with the $819,000 grant, but we know we've got to make up some. So I just didn't want you to hear about it. The reason we've not done any kind of formal release on information is, if you read there at the bottom, there is one final hurdle. But my understanding on that particular hurdle is it's, I guess, I don't know if they've ever gone against the recommendations, but ultimately it does still have to pass that administrative board before we know 100% certain. Once that happens, then we will put together a little more effort, a little more PR, and some of that as time allows. So, any quick questions? I just want to get it before you so you didn't get a big surprise on it, but we're pretty excited about it. Obviously, it's a lot of money, and a big game changer for us, just particularly as it relates to the school group side of it, and I'll get into those details with you down the road. So, Okay?
That's fantastic. I'm sure either you or Catherine can keep us updated on the project.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, we will for sure. Again, it's a game changer for us, just in terms of the impact that it potentially has related to the visitors at Charlton Park. So we're super excited about it.
You want to put a plug in for the STEAM show this weekend while you're
Yeah, so, a couple things. Yeah, Gas and Steam Show does start this weekend. It started for us a couple of weeks ago, but we're actually hosting the International Harvesters State Show this year. And I can tell you it'll probably add about another 200 tractors, I would assume, to our already pretty big show. So we're having to do some things a little differently this year, just in terms of organization. But yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 a.m. till dark. Normally they do parade in the middle of the afternoon, thrashing throughout the day, and then the sawmill will be running, obviously. And then the following weekend, we have our Civil War muster. Fairs going on. I think there's a fly-in out the airport. It's a good time to be in Berry County.
There you go.
So, thank you.
Any questions for Dan? Thank you, Dan.
Awesome. Thanks.
Pancake breakfast?
Pancake breakfast
At the airport, right?
At Charlton
at
Park.
Charlton Park and the airport.
On the same day.
Yeah, if you want pancakes, it's a good time of year. 7 to 9. 7 to 9. So, all right, thank you. I gotta go.
You working it?
I've worked every year.
Additional reports from state or county officials? Hearing none, limited public comment. At this time, any member of the public wishing to address the board may do so for up to 3 minutes for any item listed on our agenda.
Rick Moore, still harbor master of the Podunk Lake Yacht Club. I would recommend that we replace the batteries in these two clocks, which are substantially off and getting worse. And I've noticed that I could hear what's being spoken through here. And so my usual reply is to speak into the microphone to use your outdoor voice. Well, our tech agent back there hiding behind Catherine has done a wonderful job on improving the audiology of this. So I want to thank her for that, thank the board for all the wonderful things they do, including the things we know and the things we don't, because we know you're busy all the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick. Additional public comment?
Hi, I'm Darrell Hombaker, just a private citizen in the city, and I saw in the paper about the second CHILL grant application for critical home repairs, and so I just came for information on that, and hopefully that can go forward. It sounds like a very helpful program.
Thank you. Is there additional public comment? Hearing none, we will move ahead with our agenda. Approval of the written agenda. At this time, any member of the board may ask for an item to be removed from the consent agenda and placed under items for consideration. Hearing no such request, does any commissioner wish to change the agenda additionally? Hearing no such request, the agenda is approved as written. Various correspondence. Does any commissioner have correspondence they would like to share with the board? Commissioner Bassett.
I do have a couple of things. I was contacted by a constituent about a concern about a piece of property at Eagle Point, and I forwarded it to Eric, and he's responded, gotten back with that person, and everything is taken care of. And then I had another constituent ask me about the weir under Floria Road, and he's been trying to reach Mr. Dull, so I'm going to help facilitate that. Just has questions about what's going to be done there. And that's it.
Yeah, the only correspondence I received was somebody questioning the roundabout and the Green Street improvements. So I told them that was more of a city project, that we didn't have a lot of input on that, but it is continuing, as I understand it, and it's quite a project. So, any additional correspondence? Okay. Consent agenda, Commissioner Smelker.
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of June 24th, 2025 Board of Commissioner meeting minutes.
Is there support?
Support.
Motion by Smelker, support by Hatfield. For all items listed on the consent agenda, discussion is not allowed and a roll call vote is required. All those in favor vote aye, opposed vote nay. Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Bassett?
Aye.
Calton?
Aye.
Campbell?
Aye.
Getty?
Aye.
Hatfield,
Aye.
Smelker,
Aye.
Tunison, Jackson.
Aye. The consent agenda is approved. Presentations this morning, we have none. Public hearings, we have a public hearing for the CDBG Housing Improvement Local Livability, or CHILL grant application. At this time, I will open the floor for comments for the public hearing. If there's anybody that would like to speak in favor of the CHILL grant application or opposed to it, now is your time.
I've already spoken in favor.
Thank you. Going once, going twice. If there are no comments on the public hearing for the CDBG Housing Improving Local Livability CHILL grant application, we will close the public hearing. Thank you. Items for consideration, Commissioner Colton.
Item A, approval of prepaid invoices in the amount of $3,697,162.44.
Is there support?
Support.
Motion by Colton, support by Getty for approval of prepaid invoices in the amount of $3,697,160.44. Is there discussion? Hearing none. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Colton,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
Getty,
Aye.
Hatfield,
Aye.
Smelker,
Aye.
Tunison, Bassett,
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye. The motion is approved.
Item B, approval of claims in the amount of $95,312.04.
Is there support?
Support.
Motion by Colton, support by Tunison for approval of claims in the amount of $95,312.04. Discussion. Hearing none. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Campbell,
Aye.
Getty,
Aye.
Hatfield,
Aye.
Smelker,
Aye.
Tunison,
Aye.
Bassett,
Aye.
Colton,
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye. The motion is approved.
Approval of commissioners' reimbursements mileage in the amount of $615.30.
Is there support?
Support.
Motion by Colton, support by Hatfield for approval of commissioner reimbursement mileage in the amount of $615.30. Discussion. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Getty,
Aye.
Hatfield,
Aye.
Smelker,
Aye.
Tunison,
Aye.
Bassett,
Aye.
Colton,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye. The motion is approved.
Adoption of Resolution 2519 for the CHILL grant application and management of the future grant funds.
Support.
Motion by Colton, support by Smelker for adoption of Resolution 25-19 for the CHILL grant application and management of the future grant funds. Discussion. Hearing none. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Hatfield,
Aye.
Smelker,
Aye.
Tunison,
Aye.
Bassett,
Aye.
Colton,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
Getty,
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye. The motion is approved. Unfinished business, we have none. New business, we have none. County Administrator's report.
Nothing.
Chairperson's report. We're just at the beginning of the meeting cycle, so I'll be at Berry Township tonight and at Rutland Township tomorrow. So, thank you. Vice Chairperson's report.
You brought up the Green Street project in the city. Those bids were opened and actually came in under projected. There'll be some preliminary work done yet this year, but the majority of that project will be done over the building season next summer. But it is extensive because it's a complete replacement of the street, including curb and gutter, sidewalk, driveway entrances, water lines where lead pipe still needs to be replaced. So it's extensive. The roundabout is a mini roundabout. It's not as nearly as expansive as what most people think about when they hear about it, but it's supposed to, will, I think, have a traffic calming impact that will help through the neighborhood there.
Where does the project start and where does it end? How far on Green Street does it go?
It runs from Broadway all the way down to Fish Hatchery.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, I'm guessing that in order to, particularly keep access to the hospital, there'll be some phasing in there, but it's a major undertaking.
Dang, that is a major undertaking. Okay, thank you. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Commissioner Tunison?
Hastings Charter tonight and Rutland tomorrow.
All right. Commissioner Campbell?
Yeah, I've got Baltimore's tonight, and then I did attend a special Barry Eaton Health Board meeting. I'm sure Commissioner Getty will touch on that today somewhere. That's what's going on.
Thank you. Commissioner Smelker?
All I have is dawn patrol Saturday morning, as Dan mentioned, and hopefully for good weather for Charlton Park and the airport.
Okay. Commissioner Getty?
All right. So we did have a lot happening at the Health Department over the last several months. As I think many of you are aware, the Health Department, I'm going to read a statement because that'll keep me on track. So the Health Department is experiencing significant changes in response to deep funding cuts at the federal, state, and local levels. In April, the Health Department was forced to eliminate 9 staff positions following an $850,000 loss in federal funding. In June, Eaton County announced a 25% cut to the county's contribution to the Health Department due to their current financial crisis. This resulted in an additional $225,000 loss. If Berry County were to reduce our funding proportionally, the department would anticipate a further $130,000 reduction. We're working hard to protect public health and to adapt the structure and services to ensure the sustainability of our operations. The Health Department has made the following changes to address the immediate financial pressures. The complete closure of the Connections program. This is a program that supports residents or supported residents in navigating local health-related resources and will be discontinued by the 1st of August. There have been some leadership transitions. Health Officer Colette Scrimger will retire a year earlier than planned, which will be effective September 30th, 2025. Environmental Health Director Jay Van Stee will retire effective July 31st, 2025. These transitions will open up opportunities to restructure leadership roles and reduce administrative costs. There will be additional cuts to discretionary spending in areas such as training, travel, materials, supplies, etc. Health Department is exploring other ways to operate, including a modified public hours, which would be limiting hours of public access to offices to more efficiently allocate staff. Fee increases, raising fees for permits, licenses, inspections to offset operational costs, reduced participation and scaling back involvement in community events, partnerships, and coalitions. Service redesign by reorganizing how services are delivered and supported across the district. Utilizing technology and exploring digital solutions to improve efficiency while reducing labor costs. As a result of these changes, residents may experience slower response to infectious disease outbreaks, increased risk of disease spread, longer wait times for vaccines and STI services, possibly requiring outside travel from the district. Delays in permitting for wells, septic systems, and other environmental services, potentially slowing construction, reduced support for food service establishments, and increasing the risk of foodborne illness outbreaks or facility closures, higher fees for permits, inspections, and licenses. The Board of Health will begin a search for a new health officer in the coming weeks with a goal of filling the position by October 1st. Additional program and service reductions may be necessary if further cuts are made at the federal level. And I think it goes without saying that these changes are going to have a real impact on our community and our residents. And so I know that the health department is taking this, or the Board of Health is taking this very seriously. We understand that these are going to have real life consequences, in some cases, for our residents that are least equipped to handle them. So.
That is pretty amazing. You're talking over $1 million in cuts in there in a short amount of time. So please keep us posted on the progress of the new health officer and what's going on with that as far as the changes go. Any questions for Catherine? Any more input from other health board members? Okay.
Yeah, we're just going to be faced, we'll be faced with some big challenges there, I mean, a search for the new health officer will be coming up within, like Catherine said here, by the end of the month, we should be able to post that. We'll give that a 30-day window, and then we'll go through the selection process, typically just like what we did with Eric. See how many candidates we get and go from there.
Okay. Appreciate what you guys are doing there. Thank you. Commissioner Colton.
Well, I think you also on a reminder, we had a great strawberry shortcake social at the National Community Garden. I have to give all the credit to Catherine Getty.
Not all of it.
It was her idea, and she made the strawberry shortcake, and she served it. All I had to do was eat strawberry shortcake and schmooze. It's all I did. So a lot of credit to Catherine. It was a great event. I think y'all got your COA quarterly. See that Santa there? That's Beach Santa. I have been chosen to be Beach Santa. This year, they've asked me to come play harmonica. They're also getting my ukulele. And I'm kind of modeling myself after Elvis Presley in Blue Hawaii, the way he looked. I'm combing out my Elvis wig at this time. Also coming to perform with me will be State Representative Gina Johnson. She's very talented, excellent singer.
Awesome. I hope to get some video of that if we're not there in person, so that'll be good to know. Commissioner Bassett.
Well, I don't have any of that fun going on. I did attend the Orangeville Township meeting last week, and then this week, Community Mental Health, which a lot is going on there. So I'm looking forward to hearing updates, and then Yankee Springs Township, both on Thursday.
Absolutely. We had a chance to sit down with Rich and gave us some updates on community mental health and some of the potential state funding changes that they're looking at right now. So I'll be curious to see, and Rich will probably be here presenting at some point. I don't know if it'll be this month or next month on a resolution to the state. So some good stuff. Thank you. Limited public comment at this time. Any member of the public wishing to address the board may do so for up to 3 minutes on any item on your mind.
You knew I was here for some reason. By the way, I appreciate the M43 drive up here. Now we just want that southern part of the county. We'd appreciate that. Wanted to thank the board for your willingness to tackle the big issues. You've really done a good job on that. And if I buttered you up enough, I got another one I'd like to throw at you. The health department. You all know everybody's wanted to separate it. And I know it's a big challenge, but in my opinion, this is the board to be able to finally do that. I knew about the leadership change, so I thought, wow, now's the opportunity. I had not heard all of that. So maybe you're even throwing even more, in my opinion, reasons to try to separate it. I know going on your own is a big concern. I understand that. But you do have like Ionia County. Is anybody else like that willing? I mean, just think outside the box the way you did with the HOA. That's all I'm asking, because now is certainly the time to be addressed that, in my opinion. Thank you. And again, I appreciate that M43 road on this side of the county.
Thank you. Limited public comment. Any additional public comment?
Mark Monsignor, Berry Township. I would appreciate it that any commissioners who receive thank you notes from the billionaires who are going to be receiving the $1 million that is being ripped away from our county, when those thank you notes come in, I'd like to hear about it. Thank you.
Okay. Additional public comment? Hearing none. Other business, we have none. Commissioner comments? Commissioner Bassett.
I'm all set, thank you.
Commissioner Carlton? Commissioner Getty?
Commissioner Carlton really did do quite a bit of work. He's being humble. I think he had to go home and take a shower before the event actually started because he did so much work in the garden.
There you go. Commissioner Smelker?
Nothing, thank you.
Commissioner Tunison?
I'm all set.
Commissioner Campbell?
Yeah, I wasn't sure, maybe I should have mentioned this early in the report. We've had a little stumbling block out at the solar fields and stuff. We've had some input about bald eagle nesting stuff out there, and I see Greg was over here this morning, and would it be improper if he was allowed to enlighten us a little bit on that situation? Would it be all right?
Sure. We have a abbreviated meeting this morning, so
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the question. So we had received an inquiry, and some of you have heard about the gentleman who was reporting that there was some bald eagle activity, and we have seen none. So I followed up with the gentleman, spoke with him personally. He said he would get information on specifics that he knew about, and to this date, we've not seen or heard anything. One general reference was made to an area behind the bakery, Bristol Lane Bakery, and so we have had staff checking that out, seen none so far. So we'll have another couple days of monitoring, but so far there's been no activity, and all the work that we've done, U.S. Fish and Wildlife, was part of the report that we initially submitted to the county. We've seen nothing. So again, rumors. We just haven't gotten any specifics about that were initially told to us that they specifically knew of sites of nests. Those have not been forthcoming, unfortunately. So we've done our best to follow up for you and for the community. We'll report tomorrow at the township as well on the same thing. We'll have our staff there to talk about the progress. There's a lot going on that site. We've had some residents, complaining about noise, which obviously it is a construction site, an active construction site. So all the folks around the site, around our laydown yards, around where construction is taking place have been contacted. They're being kept up to date when we're doing work in their specific area. And for a couple of them that it's creating an issue, we're trying to get in and on there as quickly as possible. But they are doing boring now. So all the boring work is being done for our connection lines and for the AC and DC lines. And piles have started to be driven in at least one of the areas. So once that starts, they drive until that area is done, then they move to the next area. So I was told this morning on a call before this meeting that the construction trailers, so the offices, are coming in this week. So hopefully those will be, we've been working out of our trucks basically on that site. So it would be nice to get an actual office to work out of. So the roads are pretty much all in. The stone piles have pretty much been depleted in most areas. And so a lot of progress is being made. So then they probably have seen a lot of work going on just down the street on Boltwood. That is our reconstruction of the city gate for the city of Hastings, which is a very, very important structure. It's co-located with our substation, our electrical substation, so the regulator station regulates and pressurizes the system of our natural gas for this entire area. So it was needed to be updated. There are a lot of engineering went into that. And it's going to be a great new addition for the county and for the city of Hastings in particular. So that work will continue for at least another month and a half. And then that will be an all brand new site. It will be upgraded and look a lot nicer, thankfully. We've been working on that for a while, trying to get that. Hastings is doing such a great job of fixing up the downtown. We
want to make sure we're part of that as well. So a lot of construction. We've had to do a lot of subsurface work down there. If you drive by the site today, there are at least 6 trucks down there with a lot of guys on site doing the underground connections for that new pipeline that's being put in there. So just a lot of activity. And in the near future, I'll be coming before you with an announcement of hopefully another big project we're going to be doing that's not solar related. That will be another large investment in this county. So all told, we'll be bringing hundreds of millions of dollars into Berry County over the next couple of years. So thank you for the question.
Thank you. Appreciate the leniency on that, Mr. Chairman.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Thank you.
Commissioner Hatfield? Nothing. I have nothing either, other than I read an interesting article on Bridge, Michigan, where they were talking about eagles, and they were talking about the avian bird flu, where the population of nesting pairs was over 1,000 in the state at last count because of the avian bird flu. It's down to around 650 nesting pairs now. So there is some impacts going on with our eagle population. So, but I have not heard about that, so it's good to be updated on some of that stuff as well. So thank you. Enjoy the continued beautiful weather we are having here in Berry County and all the activities going on this week in Berry County as well. Thank you for attending this morning. Have a great week.